Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. So I just fed her, and his pulley is acting up. He was hung a minute ago, so I'm going to have to go check it out. It's letting him move a little bit, so I don't know what's going on with it. But right now, I had to go pick up feed. So trying out using this new microphone. So I'm using a tripod. That's new to me, holding it like this instead of we're gonna see. I got 500 pounds to put in those cans, so we're gonna start with that. Oh, we'll see how it goes. I got my basket so I can collect eggs when I'm done. We'll give them some scratch feed first. About a cup and a half. That'll preoccupy them while I'm doing the feed. And about a cup for the tin over here. So. Never fails when I throw it to the Rhode Island Reds. Several of them anticipate where I'm throwing it, and it ended up landing right on their back. They don't care. They just shake it off and keep eating. So I've been working out of this can, and I put it first because it's plastic, so it won't rust. It's about half full, which is about 2 bags. So we're between a bag and a half and 2 bags. And this can is empty. This can is empty. Whoa. Better balance myself for y'all to see me fall. That's starting to grow. It's pretty much full. The other one's back here is rabbit pellets, and this is scratch feed. So there's 3, and here's the 4th one. If I need it, I'll get it and put it back up there. I ain't figured out how people grab that bag, that thread, and untie the ends. Either this company doesn't do it that way, or I'm not smart enough to figure that out. All right, I'll probably get another bag in there. It's going to be close. I'm sure y'all hear me ruffling the bag. That's kind of why I've always done time lapse when I fill the cans, because I don't really want to hear all this bag tearing and all that mess. But this way at least I can talk to you while I do it. Yeah, I'm gonna get it all in there. It's full though. Level it out so I can get the lid on it. All right, so that one's ready. I'll set my bucket over there so it's out of the way. And my scoop. Now I got to fill these 2 cans. So that's 3.5 each at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8 bags, so I'm going to use that other can. I didn't figure out how much I needed before I went. I just knew I needed feed. So I only bought 10 bags. And I know if I'm empty, I can hold about 14. So I'm just a bag or 2 shy. Of having them all full, but this was $148 or $149 for 10 bags, which is not bad. $14.90 a bag when it was 16 something a year ago. I'll take that. I'll take that as a win, guys. The price of feed comes down almost $2 a bag. When you buy as much as me and a lot of other people, you know, it don't sound like a lot. $2 a bag cheaper, but when you're buying 10 bags, that's 20 bucks you save. So save 20 bucks off of 10 and another 4 or 5 bags. That's another $8 or $10. So that's basically saving enough out of, 14, 15 bags to pay for 2 more bags. I'll take that any day of the week. I took off work Monday, about a month ago. Took my oldest daughter to the doctor. I think I told y'all about it, but anyway. On the way back, we came by the local little independent meat store, and I bought some steaks. And I do their refrigeration work and stuff. And the owner and his grandson usually give me a lot better price than what they do, for just a regular customer walking up. And in my book, I'm just a regular customer, but I had one of the employees wait on me when we stopped by there, and I think I bought 5 steaks. Inch thick ribeyes. Guys, they were like, crap, $87, 80 something dollars. I poked a hole in this bag when I loaded it, so I'm gonna tote it like this. That way I didn't lose any more than the hole I poked in it. But food prices have gone through the roof. So on the way home, I was thinking I need to get my little kitchen scale out and weigh my bucket that I use. Those feeders that I use in the chicken pens, I know they're sold as 10-pound feeders, but sometimes they don't hold 10 pounds. It might be 8, it might be 12. I've never checked it. Whoop. Thought about getting that scale and weighing one of my buckets where I fill their feeders up. To see how much I'm using per day on average. And I know I'm paying $150 for 500 pounds. So if I see how much I'm using per day, I can figure out how much a day it's costing me in chicken feed. I don't know if y'all would be interested in that, but trying to find my little pocket knife. Okay, it's in my pocket. But by doing that, I could at least tell, excuse me, if I did that and I could tell how much feed I'm using a day and break that down by how much I'm paying for the feed, plus the water, I could see how much per day the feed's costing me. And then assuming that I sold every egg I collected, I charge $3 a dozen. I know most places charge $4. Most people charge $4. But I'd like to get $4, but it's just not in the market in my area. So many people have chickens. But at $3 a dozen, I've always, roughly assumed that $3 a dozen pays for my feed plus just a few cents extra. But I've never actually figured it up to see exactly how much the feed costs me a day or a pound. So I think I'm going to do that. And if feed costs me $4 a day, then I know I need to sell 1.5 dozen a day. I'm not getting that many every day. So I'm spending more money than I'm making off the eggs. So, but if feed costs me an average of $2.50 a day, then, that's basically 9 eggs a day. Hey, I'm actually paying for the feed, which is the goal. I want to charge enough for the eggs to break even on the chicken feed. I'm not trying to make money on it. Most places do, most people do. But y'all remember, I'm a prepper, not trying to make money off of what I produce here on the homestead. I'm trying to break even so that it doesn't cost me money to raise turkeys and chickens. All right, so each can holds 175 pounds. Now that black one will hold about 190, but so all 3 of those are full, which tells me 175 pounds a piece. That's 350. Oh, yep, there's another can. 350 for 2 cans is 700 pounds of feed. I bought 500 pounds of feed, so I know I'm not going to have enough to fill them all up. I want to check the bottom, make sure I don't have any rust issues, because I put all these cans on the concrete blocks to get it off the ground because I rusted through my older can there. One last bag, y'all. I wish I could say that's all I spent today was $149 or whatever on chicken feed. But I didn't. I went by the welding supply company and got the rest of the wire I need to finish the off-grid on the 12-volt side, on the DC side. And I got lucky. I needed 24 feet. I told him to do 25. And he looked at his little spool there and he said, there ain't but 29 feet left. I'm just going to give you the 29 feet and charge you for your 24. Hey, I'll take it. 5 extra feet at, $5 and something a foot. That's pretty good. I may not need it, but I'm sure it'll come in handy one day. Like when I get more batteries and need to make a lot more jumper wires from battery to battery. All right, so there's 500 pounds of feed, and I can hold 2.5 more bags. So after I feed this weekend, I could go by and buy 3 more bags, and that would fill up every can I've got, but I'm not going to do that. I think when I bought 14, I ended up using this old can because I had a bag or so left I had to do something with, and I don't store it unprotected. So let me get over here and flip this camera around so I can see myself. Make sure y'all ain't talking. So that's the idea is I got the wire. I bought some more of the number 4 wire to run. It's a lot more flexible. Welding wire is more flexible than regular household solid strand wire. This is stranded wire, and it's real fine strands. So it's rated for a lot of amperage, but it's a lot more flexible. So I want to change out the AC side, feeding the grid power into the inverter and feeding from the inverter to my indoor panel box. I want to change that wire because this will handle a lot more amperage and it's flexible, easier to work with. So I bought another 20 feet of that, and I don't need, from what I figured, I only needed like 6 or 8 feet. But the number 2 alt, the double alt wire, that stuff is rated for over 500 amps. And I've got 1 strand, 1 run of hot and 1 run of negative from the batteries to the inverter right now. And that's, I'm looking at the time, y'all, 18 minutes. But that works. But some of the commenting things I got from someone else on my other videos that's done this at home and has done it long enough to learn that running 2 strands of that double alt wire will reduce the power drops and surges and make the equipment last longer. And also someone else had commented that I needed to take my negative and put it on the opposite end of the battery bank. So the positive comes off this battery and the negative comes off the first battery at that end, so that I'm using all of them through there to make them work more like one battery, which is what you want to do when it's a bank. So I bought enough wire to do that today. I'm not going to get it done today because, it's almost dark. Oh, this side of the sky is nothing but clouds, a little bit of gray to them. Nothing. That's my north side. It's no sunshine at all. And this half is mostly cloudy, but I do see some blue sky mixed in with it. But there's some dark clouds coming. We're forecasted for rain Sunday and a small chance tonight and a little tomorrow. So I don't know if I'll get it done this weekend, but because I'm not running the off-grid for the whole property right now. But what I've decided to do is, if that inverter struggles running the entire house and both outbuildings and the well and everything, If it'll run the well in the house, then I'll take the outbuildings off of my off-grid power and run it on the grid power, because I'm not doing away with the grid. It's my backup. And y'all have heard the stories of so-and-so running off grid in their county, or their government, local government comes in and says they're not allowed to do that. Well, technically I'm not. I'm going to keep my service with the grid power, and it's going to run. If it's just my well, then it runs just my well. But I bought that inverter to run my well. So I may run the freezer, refrigerator in that barn. I may run the freezer in this barn. Nothing else draws power all the time. Heating and air in the barn does, of course. So that I may put that on the grid to lessen the draw on my off-grid system until I can build it up to where it'll handle it. So anyway, just an idea. I'm gonna flip around and let y'all see the chicken pens. Now remember, I'm trying out this new microphone, and I had another video made and I decided not to post it because I did it without the microphone. So I'm gonna go in there and collect the eggs from all 3 pens and talk to y'all while I do that and see how the audio comes out. Supposed to be 100-foot range, but you know, right now I'm 25 feet. Oh, I don't know if y'all can see that on camera, but there's an egg out here in the run, and I got one from out here a few days ago. So I got one of the hens being stubborn, just not laying in the nesting box. They're following me like puppy dogs. Y'all see that? This is what they do. Yeah, see, this feeder's 80% full. I don't need to put, if I brought a bucket of feed in right now, I'd only use half the bucket filling them all up. So it'll wait till tomorrow. But see how they all follow me? Well, Miss Brown Hen apparently is still trying to say she's setting. Come on, get up. See, I got to make her get up so I can get the eggs. Now this time, and I don't have the camera, I'm just talking to y'all. She's sitting on 6 chicken eggs. And she cracked one when she got up. Dadgummit. But that's all right. She didn't bust it. She just cracked the hard part. So I was doing some research today on how to build nesting boxes with the rollaway bottom. And see, this one's even fuller than the other one. There's just no need me filling the feeders up today. We'll see how Rhode Island Reds did today. But off the Wyandottes and Blue Orpingtons, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 10. No turkey eggs. No turkey eggs. So that's just 10 chicken eggs from that side. Let's see how many I got from the Rhode Island Red side. There's 9 hens over here, and I got 8 eggs. So I was doing the research while I was riding to and from jobs today. Y'all know I do HVAC, heating, air conditioning, ventilation. So while I was riding, because I had an hour ride to a job and back today, I was doing some research trying to see how to build a rollaway nesting box so I would get cleaner eggs, and they will not be able to set on them if they can't see them and can't get to them. See, she's back in the first box. She was in the second box. So now she's got in the first nesting box, and there's not even any eggs there. Oh my goodness. I forgot how many I said I had. I think I got 8, and then 10 from this side. That's 18 today. So I filled up a 18 pack. And a couple of days ago, I did a video or showed y'all I got 20 eggs, but 2 of those were turkey eggs. So I think the video is long enough. I apologize, but no time lapse this time, filling up the feed cans. You know, I show y'all everything that I do pretty much. Before this microphone, I would show you time lapse of me doing something, or I would just tell you about it and show you what I did after. So you didn't get to see me actually do anything. But now I know I can hold 2.5 more bags in that first can. The other 3 are full. So I could, after feeding tomorrow and Sunday or Monday, by the time I get home Monday evening, I could probably put 3 whole bags out, and that'll be a total of 13, plus I already had about 2. Probably not going to buy any more. Not until I need to. So, like I told y'all when I started, I'm dealing with this bracket, guys. This tripod. Like I told y'all when I started, Sparky's having issues with his cable up there with his pulley. So turn around. There's what's left on that spool. It's supposed to be 29 feet. And you see the small spool I threw over that drum right there. That's the number 4 wire. So I'm going to set these eggs back here and get in the truck and drive my truck back up to the house and park it where it needs to be parked. But I use it. I'll let tailgate down. I'll stand on the back of the truck so I can reach his cable and fix whatever's wrong with it. So hang on a second. I'm going to take it off this tripod. All right. So it's off the tripod. I'm in the truck. I'm going to pull it up there and take care of him. I may put it back on the tripod, let y'all see me working with him, but, you know, didn't need to fill the chicken feeders today. They are plentiful enough. They're about 80%. So I might use half a bucket of what I used to fill the feeders with of feed if I went back there and filled them up. That's not nothing. You know, they still got 2 days worth of feed in there if I didn't do anything else. So I'm going to park up here where Sparky is, because I know the cable's hanging up on him and I got to figure out why. He runs from the truck. So we'll flip this around. Yeah, it looks like the backup pulley is what's hung and his main pulley is still rolling. So I'll get up there with my channel locks and try to fix it. I'm not going to record all that, but I do have some spares if something happens, if he wears through one or whatever. I do plan on going by Lowe's this next week and buying a couple more pulleys, and all I want is a center. I wish I could just buy the replacement wheel, but looks like the pulley he's actually on is moving. The backup pulley is the one that's hung up, so I'm gonna get up there and try to fix that. Guys, I appreciate y'all watching the videos. All the new subscribers, thank you very much. I hope the audio is much better. I hope you enjoyed this new format of me actually doing stuff and be able to talk to you while I do it and not have to hold the camera and, you know, aim it at myself or aim it at the chickens or whatever. You could actually see me doing stuff. So I need to get used to that style of video, but anyway, I thank y'all very much. Remember what I always tell you, Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. And guys, if you're in the Southwest Georgia area, if you're close to me and you watch videos, you know, I want to invite you to come to church Sunday. Our services start at 10:30 with music, and they sing about 20-25 minutes usually. Then they have announcements, and then the sermon starts around 11 and lasts till about 11:30. And if you're in the area, you know, come to Cornerstone. It's an awesome church, an awesome group of people, and we're sinners just like you. Okay, we're sinners just like you, but we're trying to do better. and trying to follow Jesus. So that's what it's all about. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a great day.